Hey, welcome back, adventurers. It's another episode of Pathfinder Kingmaker. Now, since the last time I was with you, we had just killed the slavers, and we had freed these two characters down here, Octavia and, what's his name? Rigongar. Yeah, that's right. And so, we had gone back, and I decided I would take our ring that we got from Svetlana, and I took that back. She gave us a little bit of money and sent us on our way. There wasn't a whole lot that went on there. And then I went ahead off camera and had all the characters give us all their dialogue and learn all about it. So if there are any quests or anything associated with that, I went ahead and went with them. However, if you are interested in actually seeing what all those dialogue options are, let me know. I will make a separate video of just the character stories. But I just didn't really want to bog it down here. Now, before we get kicking off too much, I want to say welcome to all the new subscribers that I've gained in the last week or so. It has been absolutely amazing seeing an explosion of growth on my channel. Up until this point, I'm used to seeing 20 or 30 really loyal people that have come along with me for the ride from the start. But recently, that's jumped up to apparently 14,000 new people on one of my videos alone, which has been absolutely amazing. So welcome aboard. I hope to have more stuff for you. This week is a weird week to blow up just because it also happens to coincide with my finals week, and I'm in the final 2 weeks of my degree, so I'm going to be a little focused there. And it also coincided with the beta event for Fallout 76, so I've been trying to get videos out for that. So my time has been a little bit off for the Pathfinder stuff, but I decided today I'm going to take care of that, make sure you guys are getting some of the content that you're looking for. And with that, I have come back from Oleg's trading post all the way down here, and I want to check out the ancient tomb. Now, if you don't remember, this is where Tartuccio was supposed to have gone with some of our potential companions. And I don't know for sure, but I think we may have waited too long, because this is saying that he went in here, but we may have missed him, basically. So let's hope he hasn't got away too far. I think maybe because we went to this Thorn Ford first, we missed out on it. But we'll see what's in there. And hopefully this isn't too hard. We're only level 2. But here we go. Okay. Now, I'm not really sure how to use Rigognar. Seems like one of those kind of guys is going to be a little tough to use. All right, I want to make sure that she is situated. So I want her to have mage armor on.
Here I am. See.
I'm gonna have her throw up her mutagen,
Our time has come.
which sounds like a donkey apparently. We'll bless. So I know there's a fight in here. I've wandered in here earlier, and we're gonna go ahead and Shield of Faith Lindsay just to make sure everyone's good and ready to rock. Okay. And then let's make sure we have actually a formation that makes sense. So let's put Valerie up front. Let's put our heavy melee here, medium melee there, and let's put our casters in the back. There we go. Let's get up there and see what we got.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Okay, so this is a shield guy. That's a shield guy. That's an archer maybe, since we have a little quiver there. And I can't tell what that one is. I'm going to assume it's an archer of some type. Okay, let's see. We can throw the old Smite Evil on something that's in range, so that'll be that. Lindsay, let's go ahead and... Oh, we didn't get our Shield Faith off. That's fantastic. Probably also should have summoned something. Let's get our song going. Valerie, let's... Yeah, let's get up in there. We're going to start using Valerie a little bit more effectively, hopefully. Now, people have told me that if you let her go up front first, that the guys will just swarm on her and won't attack anybody else. So we'll see if that's true. And we'll try to keep our other characters from rushing up. Well, this guy decides he wants to rush up there anyway. Hey, Valerie, honey, you want to get up there? There we go.
We shall overcome.
I think Valerie is just not paying attention.
Let us strike as one.
There we go. So far so good. Haven't lost anybody in the first second. That's much better than usual. We got an enlarged person going on in the back. On an archer of all things. That makes very little sense. Let's go ahead and do a dog to keep that back there occupied. Wonder if I can get into a good position to color spray. There's not a lot of room to kind of dance around, is there? Let's go around this way. Oh, don't need to. They are blown up. Okay, well, melee. Go.
Do not falter.
You're casting that. You're here. Let's move up. Well, I'll be, man. This is going swimmingly. And does she actually cast or not? What's going on here? Oh my lord! Having all the good rolls today. I'm wondering if the patches had an effect here, because things are going pretty well. That seems odd.
Tear them apart! I'll cut you!
Is there anybody else in here? No, I guess that's it. Alright, you need to cast your spell, lady. Let's go. Good. Wow, that was easy. I'm thinking they must have changed some things. That was definitely not that easy before. Ooh, magical longsword. I think I will. And scorched fragment of a necklace. These have apparently are worth a lot if you sell it to the right person. Alright, well, we'll take everything for now. I was honestly expecting a much harder fight than that. But I'm okay with easy. We have had enough bad luck. It seemed from afar to be but cracks in the stone, but it turns out to be a faded image of the sun. Grinning Jackal Skull has recently been scratched on top of the image. Okay, what's this one? On closer inspection, one can discern the outline of a head with a single eye. So like a cyclops. Judging by the outline, this bas-relief once depicted the sun and moon. Now it's almost completely eroded. And this one says, the image carved in stone has almost completely worn away over the ages. One can still distinguish a sickle, a sword, and a skull with a single eye socket covered with a coin. Almost sounds like Vecna a little bit. Alright, well, we got a scroll. That's nice. A little bit of healing. Speaking of which,
If someone annoys you, you either pray
there we
or
go.
polish your armor. It is why my armor gleams as it does.
Let's see what we got in here.
I was successful in my search.
Ancient Cyclops coin. Well, there you go. Cool. Worth a lot. Yeah, let's save. Okay, we got a save locked in. Let's see what we got around this corner.
Requires your attention.
Okay, got a trap. Octavia's our new thief, by the way. It's pretty cool.
Done and done.
She's done pretty well so far. Okay, a bas-relief of the sun. Long eroded, the vague outlines of 4 strange creatures have been carved over it. Really wonder what all that's all about. So we have some money, a garnet ring, and a ray of enfeeblement scroll. Not bad. Don't see anything else around. Looks like we got some stairs. All right, let's see where this takes us. Oh. All right, we were in there so long, folks. How sweet the first breath of fresh air after the stale, damp stuffiness of that tome. Before us stretched an unending heath, replete with hills and gullies, and patches of low shrubs. Already, the trail of Tartuccio and his companions had gone cold. Ah, see, we were late. Alright, so we got a lore nature of 11. So we got 65% chance of succeeding on that, it looks like. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can find the trail. Let's give it a go. Hey, we passed. No blade of grass was bent. It must have had enough time to straighten back up, since whoever last passed through. By the heath's dry earth preserved the prints of little shoes. Our eyes to the ground, we followed the trail. We walked and walked until finally we came to a huge gully, the dried up bed of a river of yore. But what is this? At the edge, the grass was trampled down and the soil turned up, and claw prints, lots of them. We'd stumbled upon a fresh battlefield. And here the trail split. One set of footprints walked away from the battle and down into the gully. The brave footprints that faced down their enemies followed the path along its edge. Okay. So we got some options here. We did gain 22 experience. That's nice. I'm going to say anytime you get the option to detect magic, we should take that. So let's go ahead and give that a go. We discovered traces of a spell apparently from the Illusion School of Magic near where the lonely trail descended into the gully. Well, let's think this through. We're following Tartuccio. He's a sorcerer. And I wouldn't be surprised if he had like maybe an invisibility spell. That would be illusion. All right, so we got some options. We can do this lore check to imagine who left those claw marks. Clearly that is going to be Tartuccio, right? Because he's a sorcerer bloodline that can grow claws. We could carefully study the trail that led down into the gully, so that would be following him. We examine the path that snaked along the gully. That would be the group that fought whoever the other guys were. And we stood in a while and thought, then followed the single set of footprints down into the gully, or after idling in thought, we followed the bigger trail. Well, let's do some study down the gully. To our surprise, we discovered that the little shoe prints turned into little clawed footprints on their way to the gully. It was as if someone from Tartuccio's band was wearing shoes, and then either took them off or grew claws, then jumped into the gully to avoid the battle. Yep, that's our guy. Definitely him. Let's examine the path going around. The path was frequently used. In its dust, we saw both sets of footprints together. It was clear that those who had no claws left the battle surrounded by those that did. Okay, let's do our nature check here. We should be able to do this. Let's imagine who left those claws. Hey, we passed. Okay. The claw marks were not deep. The attackers were small and lean. And more, these creatures walked on two legs. Finally, the form of the prints left no doubt in our minds. We'd stumbled upon kobold lands. For those of you who don't know what kobolds are, they're like little dragon-like creatures. Usually pretty evil, goofy little guys, really. But they venerate and worship dragons. Alright, so we got some options here. We can either follow what is clearly Tartuccio going solo, or we can follow the companions to go where all the kobolds are. And we'll leave this up to a coin toss, I think. So heads will follow Tartuccio, tails will go with the bigger group. All right, looks like we are going to follow Tartuccio. So option 1. The way down was steep, and it took some time to reach the bottom. Walking on the loose soil was difficult, but the clawed footsteps were easy to spot. The bottom of the gully went downhill, deeper and deeper. Finally, the footprints turned, whirled up the steep slope, and disappeared at the gully's edge. We couldn't but admire the animal agility and clever claws of the creature we were following. The slope before us was as tall as 2 tall men, and ended at a hanging crest. Climbing such a slope would be no easier than climbing a sheer wall. However, a long, steady-looking root stuck out of the ground from the top. Alright, so we can try a mobility check, which I am terrible at. Maybe somebody else in the party can do it. So we'll see if there was one brave hero among us who decided to try their luck and climb the root. Ah, yes, that would be you with the 9. Excellent. Octavia, you are all-star so far. Hey, we succeeded. Excellent. After tugging on the root, Octavia took a deep breath, grabbed it with both hands and began the difficult descent. Pushing with her feet against the slope and grabbing the root with both her hands, she climbed higher and higher. Only her heavy breathing and the faint creaking of the root broke the deadly silence. Suddenly, dust poured down from the top of the slope, and the root began to slide from the ground. Keeping her wits, Octavia shifted her weight to her legs and froze. After a tense moment, she continued her journey, and soon had reached the top of the slope. After catching her breath, she lay on the ground and offered her hand to help the next of us up. After climbing out of the gully, one by one, we easily found the clawed footprints again, and moved forward. The air grew tense. We sensed that we were approaching our target, and our intuition proved correct. Excellent. 9 more experience. Epic pose. Let's see what's happening next. We're a little dinged up. Let's go ahead and heal the rest of the way up. Not bad. Okay. Let's take a peeky poo around. See what we got.
I was successful in my search.
What did I just find here? I feel like I should be able to click. There we go. We got a cutscene? Oh, okay. Ooh, we found some port. Dark-colored fortified wine worth 70 gold. That a girl.
Without a doubt.
That's what I say. Alright, let's keep sliding up this side here. I like to do this like a puzzle. You know, you put the border together and then you fill in the middle. Oh, ooh.
This requires your attention.
Something going on over there on the right. We'll check that in a second. Okay. Let's get a way out over there. Ooh. Tartuccio. Huh. Alright, we'll sneak up on him from the back.
Listen to me. A dragon, huge, sparkling, flew down to me from the sky and told me a secret. A great relic that will win the Kobolds' glory is hidden somewhere nearby. Enough of this pitiful existence. Search for it. Search and bring it to me.
Yes, their leader speaks in suspiciously familiar voice of the gnome Tartuccio. Yeah. I like that he's turned and looking at me, too. Apparently he's not going to voice act that one. Dragon! Glory! Dragon! The voice of the kobolds rises in excitement. We know the mistress under the old sycamore. They possess the magic treasure. Very ancient. Alright, I'm going to use the lawful good option here to tell him to stop deceiving these poor reptiles.
Who is there? How? Here, you fools. I mean tribesmen. Don't listen to his lies. I shall bring you to glory. Just help me find the relic and stop this trickster.
Okay, I think we're about to get into a fight. Yeah. Okay, I did not tell you to do that. That's not what I wanted. I want to actually be able to scroll my camera around. Don't know why that's not giving me the option. So I can't actually see what's happening. There we go. I wonder if we can actually stop him from leaving. 'Cause he seems to be making a break for it. Alright, well, let's get our person up front in there. We've only got 2 rounds of rage. Probably should have saved that, huh? Color spray wouldn't be bad. But she's awful squishy. So really, I think just everyone needs to get up in there. Oh, Amiri. Get him.
I'm not doing it wrong. The spell is flawed.
Why can't I attack him? Better not be one of those where you're not allowed to attack him.
May I suggest another way to use this spell?
Oh, it is.
May I suggest another way to use this spell?
That's frustrating. Well, okay, we'll do something else then. I want to get in there color spray, I think. So Octavia, why don't you go up there? Oh, come on. That is not cool. I should be able to just smoke him.
In other ways.
Won't even let me attack. It's very odd.
We shall overcome.
Oh, I guess they're not actually there. Well, okay, we got these two.
You deserved it.
Very easy to hit little creatures, apparently. Oh, I lied. Apparently we're back to our usual. Nice. Okay, well that was easy enough. So I guess the game has some fights where you just have to let things go. It's a little sad. All right, we'll take everything, though.
I will guide us.
What do they leave behind? Get some food and... Ooh, a recipe for haggis. Sounds not as pleasant as it probably is. All right, what do we got here? There's an imprint on the ground near the empty chest. It looks like another chest of the same size recently sat beside this other one. Well, that's good to know. This is definitely a dead dwarf here. So it looks like the kobolds murdered these two people. Hopefully that's not our dwarven cleric that we had as an option. That harem guy? Eeyore?
Path leads on.
Check around the perimeter on this side. We didn't do that last time. Or earlier, I should say. There we go. Look at that. Another one of those crazy coins. Nice. Alright, so we're heading up. And hopefully we'll be able to catch that treacherous Tartuccio in the act. Alright, this is a little weird. Don't really have any other options to move around, do we? So we went in the ancient tomb. We popped out on the Pine Patch. An isle of pine forest in the grassy sea of the Shrike Hills. One can only assume that in the past, the northern border of the Gnarl Marshes laid further east, and this grove is the last witness of those days. Well, we were just there, I'm assuming. Old Sycamore. I think that's probably where we have to go. Let's see. Yep, Old Sycamore. Okay. Well, we're after him. So we can go left or we can go right. I'm going to go right, I think. We're going to follow this. Oh, what's that? Excavation Site. A burial site of numerous items dating back to the Age of Enthronement. Kingdom resource archaeological artifacts. Well, that's probably useful. I don't know yet, because we haven't obviously had that option yet. All right, here we go. Oh.
Greetings.
Oh, nice. Greetings, Krasingaris, the former captain of Jamandi Aldori's personal guards, nods to you, as though you'd seen each other in Restov only yesterday. He limps noticeably, and his clothes are stained with blood, and looks every bit as grim and focused as when you first met. But this time, you also sense a hint of excitement in his eyes. Well, that's hopefully good.
I have urgent news from Restov. The investigation that I've conducted at Lady Jamandi's orders have proved your innocence. Tartuccio was and still is the Pataxian spy. That dreadful night, it was him who had opened the gate and let the assassins in. It appears that he had planned to gain the barony and Eldori's support, only to later place these lands under the command of his true patron. King Iravetti is no stranger to intrigue, and likes to use others to do his dirty work. Anyway, Lady Jamandi sends her apologies. We almost had Tartuccio cornered when this damned mist fell. First we entirely lost our way, and then stumbled right into a bandit ambush. My people can barely stand, so I would be grateful if you would help us capture this Tartuccio. He must be somewhere nearby. Bring that scum to Oleg's trading post, dead or alive. The Sword Lords will remember this favor.
All right, dead or alive, I like that. And of course, our ever-familiar Rain is here. That's perfect. How did our Tartuccio manage to fool you?
That sly bastard has caused us no little trouble, that's for sure. When he showed up in Restov and announced he was going to join the expedition, nobody suspected a thing. Yes, a gnome, yes, a sorcerer, but so what? Even after that terrible night, some of my people were willing to bet money on you being the spy.
Well, of course, they would have been wrong.
His overconfidence was his downfall. Tartuccio's henchmen, it seems, imagined they could safely meet with Pataxian spies in the town's seedy underbelly. But Restov is the ancestral home of the Eldori, and Lady Jamandi is respected not only by the aristocracy and the common folk, but also by those on the other side of the law.
You know, that's actually pretty impressive. I mean, I guess if you had sufficient power, even the criminal elements would be, willing to pay attention to you.
We received a message from the slums. A good friend, who wished to remain anonymous, suggested the Sword Lords take a closer look at a certain guest from Patax. Jamande immediately sent for me and ordered me to capture the spy, all very quiet, of course. He told us everything, and not only about Tartuccio. I doubt that Iravetti was pleased to hear of his agent's failure.
Wow, okay. Well, that's nice. So what can Pataxian spies hope to find in the Stolen Lands?
Pataxian spies are much like magpies. They'll grab anything that catches their eye. Information, treasure, artifacts. This time, King Iravetti had a chance to seize the entire Stolen Lands region, and at the Outdoori's expense. I'll give you some advice for the future. Be wary of the Pataxian king. He's truly a snake of a man.
Yeah, I kind of got that impression. So Garrus is the name of a noble house in Brevoy, is it not? You're a noble, then?
Used to be. It's only a name now, nothing more. The House Garess are a noble family in Brevoy. They own several mines in the Galushkin Mountains. My father Evan is cousin to Lord Howland Garess, but he's my father no longer.
Well, that's interesting, though. Mines, that's pretty handy.
In any case, I brought shame upon my name and was punished accordingly. The family disowned me. I fled to Restov and took up the life of a simple mercenary, until I received an assignment here in the Stolen Lands.
He must have done something pretty messed up. Let's see. Oh, well, we can ask him. Care to tell me why you were exiled? You've asked me a favor. I'd say you owe me an explanation.
Fair enough. For a Garess, the prosperity of the house and the honor of the name stands above all else. And I was betrothed to a widow from another noble house. This union was of great importance to the family. However, 3 months before the wedding, I met a commoner girl, gentle and pure, and we fell in love. I would have rather died than leave my Tanya. So I decided to break off the engagement with my noble bride. I could never have expected what would follow.
Yeah, that tends to not go well. You probably should have realized. And just put that out there, folks. If you were ever betrothed to a noble and, the fates of nations fall upon it, you should probably go with it. It's probably a good idea. Just have your mistress on the side.
My father was furious. I'd set a pointless love affair above the interests of the house. He expelled me from the family and ordered to leave our lands under threat of death.
Ooh.
And Tanya, her mother was seriously ill, and she stayed behind to care for her rather than follow me into exile. Thus, I was on my own, disgraced, without a name, and without love.
God. That is a kick in the teeth. Like, I can't imagine that happening. You make this horrible decision, in terms of just family and social standing and all that. But it's for love, you think you're doing the right thing. And then she's just like, so awful stuff's happening to you. Yeah, I'm just going to hang out, skip rocks, see you later. Well, maybe not. Good luck.
Don't imagine that I ask for pity. Everyone gets what they deserve.
I guess, but Jesus. So we could say you deserved a better fate cast in. True love should not be punished. We can say, I hope you regret the things you've done. Duty should stand above emotion. We can leave the past in the past and think of it no more. Or we can ask, well, was the girl at least worth it? Let's be nice. Let's say he deserved better.
What's done is done.
All right. Well, I would know more of House Garess and your homeland.
Well then, ask away.
Tell me the lands you grew up in.
House Garess owns a number of valleys and gorges in the Galushkin Mountains. The landscape makes these places easily defensible, and they're rich in ores and everything else the depths of the earth have to offer. It is a place of rare beauty. When I moved to Restov, I couldn't get used to it for a long time. There was nothing but sky between the roofs. No mountain peaks anywhere in sight.
Gotta say, that's really familiar for me. Like, where I grew up and where I live, there's really no topography to be seen anywhere. It's just cornfields, soybeans, flat land, some trees occasionally. So yeah, I understand. Tell me of House Garess.
It is an old and renowned family, one of the most influential in Brevoy. A long time ago, the Garess house entered a pact with the dwarven clan of Golka. This proved to be of great benefit to both parties, and they've supplied the ore for our forges ever since. Lord Howland even took the son of the dwarven leader as his ward. Who would have known where this would lead?
Okay, so nice union of dwarves and men.
The same winter that Brevoy lost the Rogarvia dynasty, Howland's only natural son, Bren, went missing in the mountains. Thus, Toval Golka, the lord's dwarven ward, became heir to House Garess. The lad has it tough, though. Too many believed Howland should have chosen someone of his own blood to be the heir. I would imagine my own father had similar plans for me, but we all know how that went.
That's fascinating. And also seems a little suspicious. You know, if you have the heirs all just mysteriously disappear or die during the same period of time and suddenly the dwarves ascend to power, maybe there's nothing to it, but it seems a little suspicious to me. Well, anyway, let's finish this conversation some other time.
Wish.
I'll see you later. Farewell. And actually, it looks like that's that. Well, there they go. It's always pretty hard to tell how long these episodes are getting, but that seems like a nice cliffhanger spot right there. So, thank you so much. I'm going to pick this back up immediately after and record the next episode. But until then, hope you've been having a good one. Hope you're enjoying the series. And if you are, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll keep pumping out more content. And tomorrow, being Thursday, there's another live stream of Fallout 76. So I hope to see you guys there. Bye-bye.